For thousands of years, vast open lands stretched across what we now call Russia and Ukraine. Endless grasslands, the steppe, home to ancient tribes of mystery and legend. They left behind only graves beneath great earthen mounds, the kurgans. The Greek historian Herodotus called them Scythians, fierce horsemen who ruled the plains before vanishing into time. But new peoples came, nomads, settlers, wanderers. Among them were the Slavs. They shared language, culture, and spirit, yet lived divided, tribe against tribe. Then came the Vikings, known in the east as the Varangians. They sailed down the great rivers, trading, raiding, conquering. According to legend, the Slavs invited a Varangian prince named Rurik to rule them, to bring order to their warring tribes. Rurik accepted, making his capital at Novgorod. From him descended a dynasty that would last 7 centuries. His people called themselves the Rus, and their land, Rus. Rurik's successor, Oleg, seized Kiev, founding a new state, Kievan Rus. Under Vladimir the Great, the Rus sought alliance with mighty Byzantium. In a single act that would echo through history, Vladimir adopted Orthodox Christianity, baptizing his people in the Dnieper River. Faith became the foundation of civilization. Under Yaroslav the Wise, Kievan Rus entered its golden age, a realm of art, learning, and law, among the most advanced in medieval Europe. But after Yaroslav's death, his sons turned on each other. Division weakened the Rus, and from the east came a storm. The Mongols, under Genghis Khan's heirs, crossed the Caucasus and crushed the princes at the Battle of the Kalkar River. They withdrew, only to return 14 years later, unstoppable. Cities burned, populations vanished. Novgorod survived only because it surrendered. Its prince, Alexander Nevsky, later saved it again, defeating the Teutonic Knights in the legendary battle on the ice. The Mongols ruled as conquerors. Their empire, the Golden Horde, stretched from Asia to the heart of Europe. The princes of Rus became their vassals, paying heavy tribute. For 2 centuries, the people lived under the Tatar yoke, their lands ravaged for defiance. But from this oppression, a new power began to rise. The Grand Principality of Moscow, founded by Nevsky's son, Daniel. Moscow grew strong in faith, trade, and ambition. As the Mongol horde weakened, new leaders rose. Dmitry Donskoy, Prince of Moscow, faced the Tatars at Kulikovo Field, and against all odds, he won. For the first time, the Rus tasted freedom. When Constantinople fell to the Ottomans, the faithful looked to Moscow as the Third Rome, the new center of Orthodox Christianity. One by one, the princes of Moscow united the Russian lands. At the Ogra River, Ivan III forced the Tatars to retreat. The yoke was finally broken. Ivan III's grandson, Ivan IV, became the first Tsar of all Russia. He was brilliant and brutal, a reformer who strengthened the state, yet ruled through fear. In rages of paranoia, he struck down nobles and even his own son. The realm trembled under his terror. Still, his armies conquered Kazan and Astrakhan, bringing the Tatar lands into Russia's fold. But defeat in the Livonian War bled the nation dry. Moscow burned again, and the Tsars' madness deepened. Beyond the Urals, free warriors known as Cossacks roamed the steppe, wild, fearless horsemen who lived by their own law. One of them, Yermak Timofeyevich, led the conquest of Siberia, defeating Tatars and opening a vast new world for the Tsar. In the north, the port of Arkhangelsk linked Russia to Europe, though ice sealed it each winter. An empire was beginning to take shape, sprawling, untamed, unstoppable. After Ivan's death, his son Fyodor died childless. The Rurik dynasty ended. His advisor, Boris Godunov, became Tsar, but his reign collapsed into chaos. Impostors rose, claiming to be Ivan's lost heir. Civil war erupted. Famine and plague swept the land. Polish armies occupied Moscow. Swedish forces seized Novgorod. The once great Russian state teetered on the brink of extinction. But from ruin, the spirit of Russia endured. The people rose again, driven by faith, unity, and the will to survive. In 1613, a new ruler was chosen, Mikhail Romanov. From his line would rise a dynasty that would rule for 3 centuries. The Romanovs, heirs to chaos, builders of empire. From the ashes of invasion and war, a new Russia emerged, forged in faith, fire, and endurance. From the ancient steppe to the towers of Moscow, this is the story of a people who would shape history and endure the test of time.